Hello everyone. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you how to set up a camera. We already have a perspective view, which we can zoom in and out and see at different angles and just orbit a little bit. However, because the room is so small, some of the view that we got are not quite sufficient to look at everything in the room. So we need to understand the camera. The first thing is I'm going to click on my perspective tag and select set camera and select show camera. So as you can see, once I clicked on it, there's a camera showing in all my other three views. If I zoom out of the room, then you will see on the top view that the camera now is outside of the room. So if I want to go into the room, I click on the middle point. There's a viewpoint and the target and middle point. The middle point will allow you to drag. So, but this is not really inside because we're on the roof. So we also need to look at, just kind of and another thing is, before you really set camera, you probably want to release everything that you selected for snap, because it really snapped to our weird location. So let's zoom in a little bit, and we're only looking at a tiny angle here, which the viewing angle that you could see is right here. It's about 60. So if we, because the room is so small, the target really doesn't matter too much. The target can go, can be outside of the room, that's fine. As important thing is the viewing angle, because we're only looking at a small angle. We need, with the small room, we need a wider angle. So we drag. As you can see, as I drag, of course, it really got distorted because the room you will never be able to look at 180 degree. Oh, there's a little bit. As you drag, it's kind of jumping a little bit. So be patient and get to your angle. Yeah, the dragging isn't quite as easy as we want, but it's manageable. So now we're having a little bit bigger than 90 degree here. So now we can look at quite a few things. We have a much more comfortable view of the room because we increased the viewing angle. And we could also look up and down by dragging the target. And that's pretty much it. And you can see we have two lines here, which means that we are looking at angle. It's not in line. So if we drag, those two lines almost aligned, means now we're looking horizontally. And if I feel I'm too low, I'm almost underneath the windowsill, so I need to go up higher. I'm still dragging my middle point and just dragging up higher a little bit. So that's everything about setting up a camera, and just practice on it and set up a few different camera view. And once you're happy with the camera view, let's say I'm happy with this view, and later I want to come back to this view, I need to save the view. So go back to your perspective tag and select set view and name the views and click on save. Say perspective 1, okay? And now the view, you can always come back and refer to this view. Let's just move a little bit. And save a different view. Actually, we probably have to close it and do another time. Set view, name the views, Save and say perspective 2 and say OK and close. So once we're done, we have two perspectives. We can always go to set view and we can switch between the two different views. So once you finish this exercise, I would like to see at least two different perspective view of your room with understanding of camera and viewing angle and all of that. I will stop here.